and good morning, everybody. I want to wish you all a very huge welcome to our Saturday school today with myself, Jay Hastings. I'm going to be teaching you today how to go about making a great income, literally using webinars. So I've got you now for about the next hour, okay, for about the next hour or so. And then we've got another great speaker coming on board with us. Very, very nice to see you on the call, Edward. Nice to know that you're here. Feel free to obviously use the chat, everybody. I'm going to be going through some information in terms of how to really get things moving. You know, I'm going to do the best that I possibly can, you know, by answering any questions and everything like that as I go. All right. So I'm going to try my best. So feel free to pop it in the chat. But just remember, I'm just one person. And if I get like 15 messages all at once, it's going to be a bit of a struggle to get through everyone, and I've only got an hour, all right? And those of you that have heard me speak before, you know I can literally speak, you know, forever, okay? So I'm going to try and narrow it down and really, really give you some very clear direction in terms of what to be doing with these webinars. Yeah, look, hello, Janice. Nice to know that you're on the call with us. Hello there, Louise. Nice to know you're with us all the way from South Africa. We've also got Jerry. Andrew, nice to know that you're with us as well. Alfred, all the way from Norwich. Actually, I'm going to be in Norwich tomorrow. I'm going to the tube thing, you know, the tubing thing, you know, the ski thing. I don't know, some tube thing, yeah. So I'm going to be in Norwich tomorrow. So yes, I might see you from afar in Norwich there, Alfred. Hello, Terry, and hello, everybody else. Okay, right. Let's get started because I could literally spend quite a bit of time just saying hello to everybody. So let's get started and let's talk about how we can go about making a great income using things like webinars. Now, this is something that I've been doing for quite a long time. When I say quite a long time, I mean since probably around about 2015, 2016. And this is driving traffic to other people's webinars. So by me mentioning about making a six-figure income doing webinars, I don't mean you making, you know, you doing the webinars yourself, unless you want to. You know, don't get me wrong. You know, after a while, you might think to yourself, you know what? I want to give this a shot. I think I can now do my own webinars, which would be great. However, I'm not talking about, you know, driving people to your own webinars. I'm talking about driving people to other people's webinars. So you could drive people to webinars like webinars of what I do, yeah? And you could get paid as much as £500 a commission for anyone that then signs up for some of our training. You can get paid a commission as much as £500. But it's not just me, you know, Internet Business School, you can get paid commissions, hundreds of pounds, just for directing people towards webinars, of which when people then go on to buy, so let us do the selling, let us do all the speaking, let us do all of the training, of which then when people then choose to go on to buy whatever offer we might have, you then get paid a great commission in the process. So we need to learn how to grow followers, okay? So that's what I'm going to be teaching you today, all right? So within the hour that I've got, and I'm going to really need to keep an eye on time, I'm going to teach you how to grow some followers. I'm also going to show you how you can go about directing people to webinars and show you how to make this money, you know, how to really make it work. You know, I'm really hoping that a lot of you have been taking lots of action, you know, but if we're still really kind of getting stuck, you know, if we're taking lots of action, but we're really getting stuck, there's reasons why. And I'm going to cover that as I go through as well. All right. So let's get started properly. So a lot of you would have heard me speak before. Obviously, I've been reading out a lot of names. James, nice to know you're on the call all the way from Orkney in Scotland. We've got James on the call with us as well. So some of you would have heard me speak before, but any of you that haven't heard me speak, I've been, you know, I say a former Internet Business School student, but really and truly, I'm not a former student. I'm a current student as well. Because the thing is, everyone, you know, the thing is, you know, we all need support. We all need to have people around us that are doing similar things to what it is that we are trying to do. You know, so in which case, if we've got good support around us, like the Internet Business School. So yeah, I mean, I could say that I'm a former student, but guess what? You know, I still take a lot of direction from the Internet Business School. You know, I still very much have Simon Coulson as a mentor. So every single thing that I do, even including when I started doing all this webinar stuff, I run it by Simon, you know? So, you know, it's really important to have that support. So like I say, former internet business school student, but not really current, you know, current and former, you know, whatever, you know, that sort of thing, you know what I mean? So I've been a full-time digital marketer now for over 8 years. It's been about 8.5 years, almost 9 years now that I've been a full-time digital marketer. I, just like lots of us, you know, I was looking at ways of how I could start generating a great income. I just wanted to leave my day job mainly, okay? That was it, you know, 2012 was when I was able to leave my day job, but the driving force was just to have a lot more flexibility with my life. That's what I really wanted. So just like lots of us, you know, I attended some of the training that Simon Coulson did, you know, his 3-day workshop, you know, and off the back of that, I was able to leave my day job within around about 6 months. I was able to start generating money within literally a matter of weeks, okay? Within about 3 weeks, I made my first £124 and was able to leave my day job within 6 months, okay? And then since then, it's been great, you know, completely changed my life, completely. You know, we've done well over £2 million closing sales and commissions over, you know, the last few years, you know, probably closer to 3-4 million, to be honest. But yeah, you know, like I say, it's completely changed my life. And, you know, I've got the Internet Business School and Simon, so stuff of what you're doing right here, you know, getting further education from us, you know, is absolutely priceless, okay? I've made well over £300,000 using this specific strategy that I'm teaching you right now. I've made well over £300,000 doing this, okay? So does this work? Well, look, you know, it's worked very well for me. I've got lots of students doing this exact same strategy. I pay out commissions every single week of my life. You know, people getting bums on seats to my webinars and stuff like that. I pay out commissions every single week, all right? So again, it's a great opportunity here for you to generate some great income without you really having to do a great deal, in all honesty, okay? Also, I run a business and results-based company as well. So I'm also, you know, now, look, with the Internet Business School, you know, what me and Simon kind of come up with last year is we wanted to ensure that all of our students get results, because we was fed up that some of our students go on to generate great results, but not every single one of our students go on to generate results. So, you know, we come up with a little program where, again, I just basically really now help people get results. And I'm now pleased to say that, you know, as many as 85% of people now that, you know, again, get on board with us, you know, directly using myself as a results coach, you know, 85% go on to generate, you know, a very decent income. So, you know, we're really pleased about that. So yeah, so that's basically a little bit about me. But let's get into this training. I did tell you that I can speak a lot, you know, and look, 10 minutes in and I'm still going through the introduction, right? So let's get started. I've only got an hour. So let's get started. Okay, right then, everyone. Grow following. So what we are basically doing here is we are growing a following. We're directing people towards webinars. They then attend the webinar. You know, at the end of the webinar, hello there, Daljit. At the end of the webinar, yeah, we then do an upsell. And that upsell could be for £500, it could be for £1,000, it could be for whatever, of which you will then get paid a great commission for anyone that then goes on to buy, okay? So that's how it works. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give you a lot of live demonstrations, okay? That's what I think will be a lot better. You know, certainly within the time that I've got, it will be a lot better for me just to give you some live demonstrations, okay? We're going to be using things like Meetup.com. We're also going to be looking at Eventbrite, and we're going to be looking at things like Facebook that will give it all that little bit more of a boost, okay? So that's what we're going to be using. So the good thing about these platforms, certainly Meetup and Eventbrite, is what they are is they are a middle person for people that want to attend webinars and live events. So what I mean is, you know, like eBay, you know, you've got like a buyer, you've got a seller, and you've got eBay that sits in the middle that kind of brings everyone together. That's what Meetup is. So it's a simple, straightforward process, because Meetup is designed to bring people together and direct people towards webinars and live events. That's what Meetup is for. So it makes our life that bit easier. Then we've got things like Eventbrite, which is similar to Meetup, but not quite as good. But I want to show you, briefly how to use both. All right. So let's get into it. Okay. Right. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to jump into Google. Right. Okay. So you should all be seeing Google. So let me know if you can see Google. All right. Just let me know. Just say yes, Jay. We can see your screen. All right, perfect. Thank you, Jerry. Much appreciated. Now, sometimes when we share our screens, sometimes for some reason, the audio starts going out a little bit, yeah? This is what I've been finding recently. It's, I don't know, some sort of glitch within Zoom. If my audio starts going, if it's dying a little bit, please do let me know. I might have to turn off my camera so that I can increase the bandwidth and all the rest of it. I know, we all love to see me, yeah, like, it's great, yeah, but I might have to turn off the camera if the audio is impacted, okay? So do let me know in the chat if anything happens with the audio. Okay, meetup.com. Let's jump straight into it, okay? All right, perfect. Thank you, Tim, for confirming, and Jerry as well. Okay, perfect. Right, so let's jump into meetup.com, all right? So let me just log in real quick. Okay. Right. So this is Meetup. Look, Meetup, it's free to join Meetup, okay? So just to join Meetup, it's free. However, to do the things of what it is that I'm showing you now, it will cost around about £20 a month, okay? It's not a lot, but to start running these webinars, that's how much it's going to cost you, okay? So one is you sign up with Meetup, okay? So you sign up for a free profile, you can get a free profile, so this would be the profile. I would have a profile. So this is free, look, and I can attend other people's events. Here are some groups that I'm a part of. Right? So that's that, okay? Now, when you want to start creating your own group, you've got to go to start a new group, okay? So starting a new group will then look like this. So you go through start a new group. So let me just give you a quick example. If you click start a new group, sorry, and all it's going to do is walk you through, we'll walk you through your first steps to build your local community. You get started, there's nothing to it. Look, first set your location. I'm based in London. Look, when doing this, you want to set a location of a major city. You don't want to set a location of a small little village somewhere. And the reason why is because it's going to be people based on your location that will be able to find your webinars. But if you live, get an occasional audio breakup. I'm going to turn my audio jump in a little. I think when you scroll and change screen, right? Let me turn off my camera and do keep me posted in terms of the okay, right. I'm going to try not to move around too much. You sound fine. I can hear you clearly. Okay, fine. So some of us. Yeah, all right, fine. I won't move the screen around too much, and do keep me posted though with the audio, okay? Right. So I'm going to create my first group, but remember, I don't want to use a small little village, because if I use a small little village, then the thing is well, how many people in that small little village are going to be on Meetup? How many are there going to be on there? It's probably not that many, but if you use a major city like London, or Birmingham, or Manchester, Glasgow, Edinburgh, you can even use places like New York, Washington, Sydney, Australia, Amsterdam. So you can change that location and just put a postcode for a major, road within a major city. So Oxford Street, I could just basically Google an Oxford Street postcode and put that postcode in here, or Wall Street in New York and put that in here. So that then means, everyone, so as you go through this process, all it's going to do is walk you through setting up a group. But you can see my group is London UK. Hence why I've been able to attract so many members. So I've got 9,000 members of my group, but that's because it's based in London. If I had this based in a small little village, well, there's only 2 people from that village. They've got to be looking for events like the ones of what you're now putting on. So my group, so I've gone through this and I've called the group Free Internet Marketing Business Workshop. So in London, there's going to be lots and lots of people looking for training like this. Whereas if you use a small village, remember, first of all, they've got to be on Meetup, and then, you know, they've got to be looking for the sort of topic of what it is that you've got to, what you're going to be talking about. Do you have to live in the location? No, you don't have to live in the location. So over the year, you know, over some time, I've marketed this in New York, in Washington, DC, in Sydney, Australia, you know, loads of different places. So, you know, you don't have to be, you know, you don't have to live there. They're not going to do anything as per your IP or your location or anything like that. It doesn't work that way. All right. So that's it. Okay. So set a location. Yeah, so set a location for where. Yeah, that's right, Ian. This is all webinars. So it's not an offline event. This is all webinars, so you can set location for anywhere because it's all online. Okay. So now I've gone through start a new group. Okay. I've created a group, my group. I'm paying my £20 a month now. I've created a group. I've set a location, and now I am getting lots of people following the group. Okay. And that's it. So you will now just automatically start getting people following the group. And that is it. Okay. Now, following on from this, what you then do, so look, it's going to ask you as you go through the setup, it's going to ask you, well, what's the description? So look, here's a bit of a description, you know, of what the group is all about, all of that sort of stuff. And that's it, okay? So once you've now done that, what you then now need to do is start creating events, okay? So you want to create an event, all right? So the event is the actual webinar. So you've got the group that is now generating members, of which we can now create an event of which you are now going to start getting members. You know, the members of your group are now going to see your event, of which they will then jump on board the event if they want to attend. Now, please do go ahead and, you know, start creating events. Even if you've only got 2 people in your group, still go ahead and put on the events, because by you putting on events, what it basically does is Meetup starts showing everyone that might type in a keyword. They might go to the search bar at the top and type in digital marketing. And even if they're not a part of your group, they're not a member, the fact that you've now started putting someone on an event, when people just basically search digital marketing, for example, they will see the event of what you've got there. Okay? I hope that makes sense. So don't worry if you've only got a couple of members in your group, still go ahead and start creating some webinars. Now, when you create the webinar, what you're then going to do is you're going to be looking to see when I am going to be doing events. So anytime that I'm doing a webinar, let's just say if you want to get bums on seats to my webinar, of which if anyone then buys, you then get paid a commission. Yeah. We can do this also with the Internet Business School, but I'm going to show you how to do that in a minute. It's a little bit different, okay? So say if you want to get bums on seats to my webinar, or not just mine, you know, Hemel might be running a webinar. For those of you that know Hemel, Stas Prokofiev might be running webinars, you know, so it's not just me. There's lots of us that run regular webinars on a regular basis. I've got a whole list of people that run webinars on a regular basis. A lot of my students do this as well. They run their own webinars, of which yeah, you can promote their webinars. So what you do is you create the event. So you're then just going to replicate my event. So say if you're going to be promoting my event, all you're going to do is you've now become a member of my event, of my group. So that means that you're always going to be notified whenever I'm putting on a new event or a new webinar, of which all you then need to do is look to see what webinar I'm putting on. You know, you then go to the actual webinar itself, and you can literally copy and paste the content, because you're just going to be promoting my webinar, right? So you just let us know the content, you just copy and paste the content, you know, from that I'm putting on, like from my webinar, because it's the same, you're just promoting my webinar. You just take all of that content, and then what you then do is you created your own webinar, and then you just copy and paste my blurb, my description onto your event, onto your webinar. And then what you also do is you take the Zoom link, so my Zoom link, or whoever you're promoting, you take their Zoom link, pop it in the Zoom link section, or like the online event. This is when you create the event, it will ask you, well, what's the Zoom link? All right. And then that's it. And then you will naturally now start generating attendees, of which what you will then do is you will notify whoever you're putting bums and seats for. So say if it was me, you will then notify me of all of your registrations. If anyone then goes on to buy, you then get paid a commission. So you will let anybody know that you are now putting on a webinars for, or you know, you're trying to direct traffic to, the webinars you're trying to direct traffic to. You will let them know who your registrations are. Obviously speak to them prior. So like send them an email prior, say, right, Stas, I can see you're running a webinar on the 15th of November. You know, is it okay if I send you some webinar registrations, of which what is the commission going to be on that? So obviously you're going to just confirm that with whoever you're going to be getting directing webinars for. You're going to confirm what your commissions are. You can confirm all of that, but you know, chances are they will say yes. Like I say, I've got a whole list of people that do this. You know, we'll say yes, and you just let us know who your registrations are. We will let you know everyone that attended, of which will also let you know if anyone then goes on to buy anything. You know, you could also reach out to all of your members. You know, so everyone that attended, you can email, or not email, but you can message these people directly on Meetup, just to say, look, how did you find the event? You know, were you interested in signing up? If you wanted to quickly spot check to see if anyone signed up that you're not aware of, okay? So you can just message everybody, you know, individually, and just sort of say, look, you know, how did you find it? You know, did you sign up, or, you know, would you like to sign up? And that will give you an inclination if you haven't been told by the webinar host that you've got commissioned in, and if you wanted to check. I hope this is making sense, everyone. And that's it. That's it. Okay? That's it. So, you know, like I say, I've had loads of students do this, and, you know, they generate decent commissions as a result. And this is all you've got to do. Okay? Now, okay, let me just quickly jump in the chat. Zoom has had newly implemented a source tracking feature. I'm not too sure about that, Ian. I'll just stick with this strategy here, as I'm not too sure about the Zoom side of things. So that's the strategy, everyone, okay? Getting bums on seats, okay? Now, again, you could be marketing this for, you know, lots of different people. Like every night you can have a webinar. This is, you know, a lot of my students, what they do is like, you know, pretty much, you know, as often as people are running webinars, so maybe at least 2 a week, they're promoting, you know, at least maybe 2 a week, you know, for example, of which, you know, if they're getting paid, they're always going to get paid hundreds of pounds in commissions. So in which case that could be, you know, £1,000 a week. It could be £500 a week. But again, it's a way of just quite straightforwardly getting things moving and getting some money in the bank. Okay. Now, Eventbrite. You should all be able to see my screen now. I'm on Eventbrite. Eventbrite is somewhat similar, but not as good. Eventbrite, you cannot grow an audience. Hang on. You can't do that on Eventbrite. But the thing is, the good thing about Eventbrite is it is completely free, completely. So all you are going to do is copy and paste. You're just literally going to copy and paste what you've done on Meetup and put that in Eventbrite. Let me give you an example. Let me give you an example of a more recent one that I've done. Right. Let's just say this one, right? For example. Now, the difference with Eventbrite is you don't get, okay? However, it's something for nothing completely. Right, if I view it, it's something for nothing. Like, all I'm going to do is copy and paste. You don't pay any money whatsoever to Eventbrite. So it's like, and you know, for literally 5 minutes, copy and pasting. And sometimes you will generate again, get you know, quite a few people wanting to attend. So I've just copied and pasted the content from meetup.com, and that is it. And then you will see, let me go back. Hang on a minute. And let's go back again. Audio is still holding out, yeah? Do let me know if it is, it does jump about, but I'm hoping that because I turned my camera off, I'm hoping that it's working nicely. So you will see here, look, you know, look, here's the sort of registrations that you can get. You know, look, sometimes you don't get any, but it's something for nothing, you know, but sometimes you can get as many as 15. It occasionally cuts out. Okay, but not serious. Okay, fine. Okay, cool. Right, but you can see here, you know, it's something for nothing. Something for nothing. Thank you, Janice. It's something for nothing. Okay. So it's something. I'm just trying to read your messages as they come through, and message them through the platform. Look, they will get notifications. Anyone that joins, signs up to attend, they will get notifications. You know, as when they do it, they will always get notifications of the event. So they will be able to see, they will receive an email directly into their inbox, and Eventbrite will even automatically send out reminders as well to people. Okay, so it's something for nothing, not quite as good as Meetup, but you will see, look, over time, you know, I'll always get some, and it's something for nothing. It's something there, like, you always get, look, you can get as many as 23 sometimes, you know, you can get quite a few. You know, we always get, you know, some, but like I say, I'm not quality of people that you get through Eventbrite. Sometimes they can be even better than Meetup. So although you 3 of those people show up, 2 of those people buy for it from Meetup. Okay, right. So I'm hoping that everyone's with me. Yeah. So obviously this is for people that you're just getting bums on seats for live workshops. Now, you might also want to run a pre-recorded webinar, all right? So we are promoting your webinar by posting the link. We don't have to create a webinar for your workshop ourselves. No, well, no, you've got to create the event, but then you just copy and paste our content for the actual event, not for the group. So when I was talking about Meetup, don't go onto my Meetup and now just copy and paste what I've written for my description of my group. That's not going to help you, because people will see that I've got 9,000 members of my group. They'll now come to your group, see that you've only got 100. They'll see that what you've written is exactly the same as mine. It's like, well, why am I going to join this group that's only got 100 people? Why don't I now join a group that is a lot more popular, that is saying the same thing? You don't want to just copy and paste everything. You know, you want to put a little bit of effort into it, you know, and create your own content, certainly for the description of the group. But when it comes down to the actual events, you remember, this is your group. You are growing your members, just like with Eventbrite. You know, this is your marketing. This is your promotion. It's just that you are promoting other people's webinars, of which you've taken the content from their actual webinar and you've now pasted that onto your actual webinar invitation, like the webinar invite that you created, like, you know, create an event, you can copy that content there. All right. Likewise with Eventbrite as well. Okay. Now, sounds good. However, some of us are going to want to run pre-recorded webinars. Okay. So this is what we do. You know, if you want to run, say, for example, Internet Business School, yeah, you want to run the Internet Business School webinars, there is a special webinar that Simon has created, a pre-recorded webinar specifically for all of us that want to do this type of strategy. So you will need to sign up with the affiliate program with the Internet Business School, and you will see it saying Evergreen webinars. Okay. So when you are now wanting to run a pre-recorded Evergreen webinar, so this means that you can run like 2 of these a day. Can you see the power of this and how powerful this can be? You know, because not only are you going to be sending people to live webinars, you're also going to send people to these pre-recorded webinars, of which you can run as many of these whenever you want. Yeah, you can run, you know, one for New York and run one for Sydney, for example. The good thing is, and just before I forget, the good thing is as well, is that you can have up to 3 of these groups. You see this group here? You can have 3 of them. Look, this is just one of my. So this one is, you know, this one's only got 224 members, but guess what? I haven't done absolutely anything to generate those 224 members. All 100% organic. So you can have up to 3 groups for the same £20 a month. You can have up to 3 groups. And look, you can set different locations, set different titles, different locations for each group. However, you can direct people all towards the same events of what you're. I held an event, a webinar on the 12th of October this month. I'm going to use this group. Yeah, I will use this group to direct people towards that event. I'll use my other group to direct people towards that event. So one meetup group could be in New York, the other group could be in London, but you're still driving everyone all to the same webinar. I hope that makes sense. Let me know if it doesn't, because I want to make sure everyone's very clear with what I'm talking about here, because this is a very straightforward strategy, you know, and again, something I've been doing for years, yeah? And it's really straightforward. So thank you very much for those of you that's confirmed that this is making sense. So the pre-recorded webinars, okay? So you've signed up with the Internet Business School affiliate program. You've now gone on to the section that says Evergreen webinars, yeah? So you've got the Evergreen webinar section. And now we want to do is we want to create an event. So let's just say if you wanted to create an event for Tuesday, you know, at 12 midday, and you wanted to create another one at 6 p.m. on Tuesday as well. You then create an event and now start marketing for Tuesday midday, Tuesday 6 p.m. Okay, so you create the event and then you start marketing for the times of when you want to run these pre-recorded webinars. Obviously, the people that are attending, they're not going to know that it's pre-recorded. They're just going to be signing up and looking to attend a live event. They're not going to know it's pre-recorded, okay? And you're not going to tell them as such, you know, just let them assume that it's live. There's no reason, you know, why they would assume it to be anything different. Now, with the pre-recorded webinar, Simon will specifically tell everybody on the call to click the link in the chat. So you'll paste an affiliate link in the chat. So just like this chat of what we're all engaging with at the moment, Simon's going to give a call to action at towards the end of the pre-recorded webinar for them. If they're interested, they've got to click on the link in the chat. So when you're doing live events, you've got to let us know the bums and seats that you're getting to our events. When you're doing pre-recorded webinars, there's a call to action for people to click the link in the chat. They click the link in the chat If they then go on to buy, you then get paid your commission. All right. Now, the thing is, when you're running a pre-recorded webinar, Meetup will only allow Zoom links. They only allow Zoom links. So you're not going to be able to put in here your Evergreen webinar link for the pre-recorded. It's not going to accept it. It only will allow Zoom links. So what you've then got to do is sign up with your own Zoom account. You can just do the Meetup, just do the meetings. Yeah, don't worry about the webinar. Just do the meetings. It's cheaper. It's about £10 a month. It's nothing. So your outlay for this is like £30 a month. You know, 20 quid for Meetup and £10 for Zoom. So you pay your £10 a month on Zoom. And then what you then do is at the time of the event, Tuesday at midday or at 6 p.m, what you're going to do is people are going to be now looking to attend the event. So they will now click on the Zoom link. Now, the Zoom link that they're going to click on is the event that you've now created. But what you're now going to do is you're going to play the recording while sharing the screen. So just like what I'm doing right now, I opened up the Zoom call today, yeah? So this Zoom webinar. So what I'm going to do is, let's just say, for example, let's just pretend that you're all now here at 10:37 to attend one of my webinars, yeah, one of my pre-recorded webinars. Let me just quickly jump into an Evergreen webinar. Hang on, just give me one sec. Okay, right, so here would be a pre-recorded webinar, okay? For example, so you're going to use the one with the Internet Business School, or, you know, we've all got Evergreen webinars. So let's just say, for example, you're going to use this one. Right, so, okay, so now it's 10:38. Everybody is now attending the webinar. Yeah, now it's getting tricky. It's not that tricky, Ian, it's not. It's just, you know, it's just getting your head around it a little bit. You're doing the exact same thing as what I'm showing you here. So you've invited people to attend a Zoom meeting. You're all now here at the Zoom meeting right now with me at the Zoom meeting. So you're doing the exact same thing as what I'm showing you here. But then what I'm going to do is, let me just make sure I'm allowing me to share the sound. Right, so what I'm now going to do, so look, I've now got lots of people queuing to attend the webinar, you know, so just before I let them in, I had to let you all in at the very beginning, right, of today. I let you all in. So what I'm going to do is, just before I let you all in, I'm going to do this, right? I'm going to press play. Yeah, right, watch. So, right, I've now got 10 people queuing to attend the pre-recorded webinar. Right, I'm going to press play. I'm now going to let you all in. Right, just wait for a minute. Hello and welcome everybody. I hope you're all well and I hope you are ready. I'm now going to let you in. Packed evening learning exactly how to go about starting an online business, okay? So we're going to be going for it this evening, okay? Now look, no doubt you're here because you are, I'm hoping this is making sense, okay? So I've let you all in. I've now pressed play and it's now just playing, and that's all you've got to do. Simon Coulson will give a call to action towards the end. You have to have this prepped beforehand. Yeah, I mean, look, I had all this good to go, right? You don't be fumbling. You've got now 10 people like queuing, waiting to get on, you know, and you're fumbling about. You know, you probably don't want that, yeah? So now that, you know, you've got everything set up, you're good to go, you've now pressed play, and now you've now let everyone in, and that's it. And you now just let the pre-recorded webinar play, and that's it. So are you live now, or this recorded? See, it could be recorded, what I'm doing right now, you wouldn't even know. Yeah, like, say for example, like, you know, you know, I'm basically just playing a pre-recorded webinar But no, with what I'm doing right now, Ian, I am sitting here and it is live. Louise is asking, you are the host playing a recording to your attendees. Yes, that's it. That's it. That's how to run the pre-recorded webinars. Okay. How do I know the names of people that are attending my event on Eventbrite? You can get all of that. Just go into Eventbrite, see the members. You can see all the members. No problem. Just have a look at attendees. That's it. Simon's call to action is that pre-recorded too. Yes, it is pre-recorded. So in the Evergreen webinars, the call to action is pre-recorded. Go and click the link in the chat. So it's all pre-recorded, right? The chat is coming through thick and fast, everyone. Look, I'm trying to keep up, but you know, it's coming through thick and fast, okay? I do the best I can. So your recording showed Vimeo at the bottom. No, they won't see it. They won't see it. Look, you won't see the Vimeo at the bottom. Watch. Look.
Here, because you really want to know how to start a business online.
Watch.
Now, look, you might just want to have more flexibility within your life. You know, it might be a case that, you know, you want to be.
So that's why you basically, you press play, you then let them in, and by the time they're all in, all right, they might have missed the first 5 seconds of the webinar, but now you've let them all in, and you're not now touching the mouse like that. It's just playing, and they won't see the Vimeo play button at the bottom. You're only going to see that Vimeo thing if I wave my mouse around. A good idea is to also have the chat open, because if I wave my mouse around in the chat, let me share my screen in a different way and you'll see what I'm talking about here. All right, watch this. The idea, can you see the chat? I'm hoping that you can all see the chat now. I've just done a different way of sharing the screen. If I wave my mouse around in the chat, the Vimeo play button's not going to appear. So the key is to have the chat open. So that means you can even answer anybody and chat whilst you're in the chat if you want to. However, you know, people won't see the Vimeo play button won't now appear. I know I'm going through this quite quickly and stuff. Look, I'm hoping that this is making sense. Please confirm with me if this is making sense. It's one thing delivering this training, there's another thing making sure that everybody understands what it is talking about, right? So a step-by-step. Now look, I do have a course on this. We do have a course on this, you know, that is a lot more detailed. It is in the members area at the Internet Business School, yeah, or it's a standalone product. It's called the Easy Cash Webinar. Morning, Jane. Don't people suss it's Evergreen as if they put comments in the chat and the host doesn't answer, but just rattles on? Well, not necessarily, because the thing is, when you're doing live webinars, it's not always easy to be jumping into the chat when you've got a presentation and stuff. So, you know, it's not always expected. I mean, how many webinars do you go on where people are kind of interacting with you like how I'm interacting with you? This is different. This is Saturday school. You know, you guys know the Internet Business School. You probably have seen me speak a few times and all the rest of it. So it's a bit different. But when you're just doing a proper webinar, you know, how many times do you really see people, you know, kind of engaging with the audience as such? However, you can engage with the audience via the chat. So I'm just showing you, giving you some ideas on what we do everywhere, all right? Or you could be upfront, Louise, and say it's a pre-recorded webinar, but you might get people dropping off because, you know, they prefer it to not be a pre-recorded webinar, all right? Right, I'm hoping this is all making sense. I've got to move on, okay? You're confirming it's making sense, which is great. But I've got to move on because I've got to show you something else.
Income
and time.
Either way, you are in the right.
Right, I've got to move on and time's ticking. So that covers live webinars, getting people to live webinars. You're just basically going to let us know, you know, who are the bums on seats, the registrations, and you can see that through Meetup. You can see who all of the registrations are down here, and Eventbrite, as per what James was just asking. Let's just say if I go into, you should be able to see I'm on Eventbrite now. If I go into, actually it's not in that bit. Where is it? It's in, if I go into, if I click on it, right? So this is for you, James, especially how to get. So you can let me know. Meetup, that's fine. But on Eventbrite, you click onto the event, you scroll down, manage attendees, orders, and then, right, hang on. Right, and then look, you'll see everyone. Look, here's all the names. Yeah, you can see it. Look, Cameron, Marcus, Mia. So they're all the names. All right. So we've covered live events, and we've also covered the pre-recorded events as well. This is Saturday schools are always recorded, Alfred. So you know, just await the message that comes out. I think the office might send a reminder of the recordings, but all of this stuff is recorded. Okay. Right then, that's that. Okay. So I'm hoping that everyone understands now how to run live webinars where you're going to tell us who you're getting bums and seats, you know, registrations. The Evergreen webinars, the only thing that you have to have in addition is your own Zoom account, of which you're then hosting a webinar, but all you're doing is sharing the screen and let them play in the pre-recorded webinar, of which Simon gives the call to action, or we all give a call to action. Click the link in the description, or sorry, in the chat, sorry. Click the link in the chat. You know, they then click the link in the chat. They then go on to buy. You then get paid a commission. You can use the chat to communicate with people. Cool, right. So we're there. Now, one other thing of what we can also do is we can also give it even more exposure by promoting on Facebook. So you can also use like Facebook ads, and you can promote on Facebook. Okay? So I hope that's making sense. So with ads, so let me give you an example. So this is Facebook. As people go through their Facebook, I'm not going to give you a crash course on Facebook right now, because I'm assuming that you know you're up to speed with Facebook, yeah? Or we've got loads of other courses based around Facebook. But you see, like here, sponsored. This is an ad, and I am seeing this ad based on my interests. Facebook knows what my interests are. They know, for example. So that's the reason why I'm seeing this ad. You can create ads like this, promoting your actual event of what you're running on Tuesday at midday, for example. So you can have an ad looking just like this. Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about here. Let me just quickly jump into an example of some ads that I've run for this in the past. Right, just give it a minute. Yeah, I'm assuming that it is, because no one really said anything other than, so I'm assuming that it is, okay? Right. Okay, right then. Let me see, which one do I want to show you? Hang on. Not this account. Let me show you. No, not that one. Here we go. Meetup traffic, right. I'll just show you this one here. Yeah, I'll just show you this one here. So this is an ad of what I've put out on Facebook. All right. So you will see the ad. Right. So let me show you the ad. Right. Here we go. Here we go. Right. Over here on. Here we go. No, not that. Come on. Scroll down. Come on, play ball. Why are you doing this to me? You can see down here, I'm trying to scroll down. Oh, I know. Right, here we go. That's it. Okay, maybe not. Right, here's the ad over here. Oh, yeah? So we can all see this. On the right hand, join us on the 9th of September at, but if you repeat yourself, you'll get it. Okay, right. So my sound, again, I'm sorry about this. I don't know why it does this. Okay, so you can see here the ad. join us on Wednesday, the 9th of September at 8 p.m. or join us on Tuesday, next week Tuesday at midday. Look, for a packed free 90 minutes online workshop to learn the exact strategies 2021 or whatever call to action you want to write. So that's the actual ad itself, okay? That's what people are going to see, all right? So that then means that all you're doing is giving your events, you're giving it more exposure. Because I'm going to put a link. You see the link up here? Yeah? You see that link up here? I'm going to put that link in, where's it gone? Here. I'm going to put that link here. That then means when people click on the actual ad, so let me go back to Facebook. When people click on the ad, so I'm back on the home. So say like, look, because I could be somebody interested. Look, I can click. Audio is very. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. If the audio is really bad, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to jump back into the presentation in a second. But hopefully you're getting the drift of what I'm saying. Your ad will now appear. Your ad will now appear on people's news feed, or, and then they end up on your event. Cool? And that's it. So this is how we're giving our events. You need to upgrade your broadband. Well, you know what? I've actually got really good broadband. I've got full bars here. But I'm gonna have to do something because this is not the first time this has happened. So I'm gonna have to do something. Let me jump back into the presentation now because that's pretty much about it, really. Right, so I'm hoping that my broadband, you can hear me now again, yeah? Sounds like beatboxing, yeah. Somebody else has mentioned that to me recently as well. So, but I'm hoping that you will get the general drift. And now I'm back on camera. So I'm hoping that you get the general drift as to what it is that I'm talking about here. Yeah? So we've covered how to get people to your live webinars, like other people's live webinars. We've also covered how to get people to pre-recorded webinars. We've also covered how to, even give it extra, give it an extra boost by marketing on Facebook. Okay. So let me know if you've got any questions based on anything that I've just gone through. Hopefully now my audio should be back because I'm not sharing anymore and moving around anymore. Can you use non-Zoom links on Eventbrite? Yeah, you can. You can use non-Zoom links on Eventbrite. However, they won't accept all webinar links. It will be like Zoom. I think they also accept GoToMeeting or GoToWebinar. Yeah, there's another webinar brand, GoToWebinar. They'll accept that. They won't just accept any random links, unfortunately. Okay. Any other questions about any of this stuff, everyone? I'm pretty much coming to the end now. We've spoken a bit about Facebook. Thank you, Hugh. I appreciate that. We've spoken about directing people towards webinars. This kind of just prompts me, gives me a bit of direction in terms of what am I talking about. We've spoken about Evergreen webinars, which is all good. Okay, now I'm hoping that Meetup is it best to set up a niched group like personal trainers? Yes, go niched. Remember, you can have 3 groups, yeah? So go niched. One group, you can have it specifically dedicated towards, I don't know, a certain demographic, say, for example, a lot of my students, what they'll do is they might direct a particular niche. It might be, women that want to you know, that don't want to go back to work after maternity, for example. So this is our niche group, of which we now attract all of, you know, that type of clientele, of which we then still drive people to the webinars, yeah? Or you can have it like, you know, for students or younger, you know, or seniors, whatever, but niching is all good. Thank you, Edward. It's a very good effort in spite of the tech audio problems. Thank you, I appreciate that. Can you use Facebook to send people direct to webinar affiliate links? Yes, you can. You can do that, Ian. You can direct people directly to like evergreens directly from Facebook. Alicia, good to know you're on the call with us. Can you set up multiple accounts, so more than 3? Yes, but you have to pay extra. You have to pay. You have to upgrade to the pro account, and that will, like, you know, you have to then start paying per group, so it can start becoming a little bit more expensive. Okay. Right then, everyone. Just before I hand over, okay, I'm just about to hand over. Look, everyone. Look, a lot of you would have heard me speak before, and you know, we are really, really, really keen to help people get results. Okay, we're really, really keen to help people really change their lives and get the financial results that you're looking for. If you are still struggling, obviously I've spoken to lots and lots and lots of you. I've worked with lots and lots and lots of you. But if you're still struggling, we really want to help you get these results. We really want to help you now get whatever it is. Look, the years are going by like minutes. That's what it feels like, right? It does feel that way, you know. Can you believe that we're approaching the end of the year already? Look, I've known some of you since 2016, 2017. You know, we really want to help you get the results if you're not getting the results as yet. But obviously, if you want to get results, we've got to now start doing things differently, because everything of what you've been doing so far has produced the results that you currently get right here, right now. So what I'm going to offer you, yeah, each and every one of you, okay, is I'm going to offer you some support. I'm going to offer you a bit of help, okay? So if you want to have a chat, you know, if you want to get a bit of understanding as to what it is that I've been talking about today, okay? You know, if you want to have a bit of a chat in terms of, okay, right, I need some assistance in this area, or I'm getting stuck here, or I'm getting stuck there. Look, let's now really get things moving for you, or help you to really now start getting things moving. So I will have a chat with you. Yeah, all I need you to do, if you're interested, if you like the idea, if you feel that you need help, if you've been banging away at this, you know, and we haven't got the financial results that you're really looking for just yet, then look, take a couple of minutes to just fill it in this form. Okay, I'm popping the link in the chat. Okay, determined to succeed. I spelled that right. Yes, I have. Okay, right. I'll pop this link in the chat. Okay, so and I've sent that to everyone. So look, just click on that link in the chat and fill in the form. I will give you a call and we can have a quick chat in relation to, well, what's stopping you? What has been your biggest challenge? What, you know, why are we not generating the financial income that you really want to be generating just yet? You know, what are we now going to do, you know, differently moving forward to ensure that we do start getting better results for our life? Yeah. So that's what this is all about. So like I say, we are really, really, really conscious about ensuring all of our students get results, not just some, not just, you know, the Mr. Daljet Rise of the world, not just Janice's, yeah, not just Pam. You know, we really want to ensure that every single one of you go on to become as successful as what you want to be. So go right ahead, fill in the form, and I will give you a call during the week. We've got quite a few people on the call, so look, if it does take me a week or 2 or 10 days or so to give you a call, I will promise you I will give you a call. Just quickly reading one of the comments in the chat. Great, thanks, Jay. I'm going to use this info for your own webinars. Yeah, you can use all this for your own webinars. I use it for my own webinars, of course. Sign up for Meetup this morning. Great advice. Wishing you all a fun weekend. Brilliant. Cool. Gent with a grey check shirt in front of it. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, no worries. Okay, cool. Right then, everyone. So that is pretty much about me. Now, look, if you want to take a quick couple of minutes just to quickly go to the toilet if you need to, just before I now introduce our next speaker. If you just quickly want to pop to the toilet real quick, or quickly grab yourself some water or something like that, I'll give you until 5 minutes past 11, and then I'll be announcing the next speaker in 4 minutes time from now, okay? So just take 5 minutes or 4 minutes now to just fill in that form, and I'll give you a quick call during the week. And I am now about to go into my big introduction for Ron, who's coming up in a few minutes, okay? So just take a few minutes to do that. In the meantime, if you do have any other questions in the chat, please feel free to pop it in the chat, and I'll answer any last little burning questions that you've got for the next 3 minutes. Now we've got 3 minutes. So anything else? You need a cuppa? All right, Lorena, go and grab yourself a cuppa. You're not going to want to miss the next speaker that we've got coming up. No worries, Ian. Nice to know that you're on the call with us. Let me go back, see if there's anything that I missed as I was going through. Somebody was asking me if you need to have your own company for this type of stuff. Well, look, when you start making your own money, you're going to always need to have your own company, of course. But that's when you start generating income, all right? Like, don't worry about, setting up companies and this and that, because what happens is that instead of us taking action sometimes, like, well, what should I call my company name? What should I call my website? What should I do this? Should I go VAT registered? Or should I be sole trader? Should I be, limited company? Oh, what should I do? You know what? And sometimes we can spend quite a bit of time trying to figure that out. Whereas I just say, you know what? Let's just get started. Let's just get out there, start making some money. When you start making some money, of course, you will need to have business accounts. You will need to have your own companies set up and all that stuff. But let's just get the ball rolling first of all and start generating some income first of all. Right, 2 more minutes to grab yourself a cup of tea, get yourself a biscuit, and anything else. So you've got 2 more minutes. Let me see if there's anything else back in the chat that I might have missed. I will definitely get myself a new mic. Right, anything else that I've missed? I think I covered pretty much most stuff, right? Let me know if there was anything that you mentioned in the chat earlier that I haven't covered. You've got 2 minutes. One of the other things that is important as well, I did mention this before, but I will just reiterate because it is really quite important, to reach out to your members, to anyone that is a member of your group on Meetup, certainly anyone that signs up to register, reach out to them. Reach out to people in your group and say, hello, I've seen that you registered for our group. I see you registered for our next event. What are you looking for? Have you had much success before in the past? Start building a bit of a rapport with your audience. People will buy from people they know, like, and trust. And if they've got you as somebody that they've been communicating with, and now you've referred them to a webinar, they'll be more likely to then go on to buy because they know it's legit, because they've been building up a bit of a relationship with you. So that's always a good thing. No, you can't see their email addresses at Alicia. Certainly not on Meetup. You can on Eventbrite, but not on Meetup. But you can send messages directly through Meetup. You can just, like, individually, you just click on people, just send them the message directly. Okay, right. I'm just coming to the end now. So, Jay, will these Saturday schools run into next year too? Yes, as far as I'm aware, and we have no plan to stop this. I missed the opportunity to out your affiliate link for a mic. Yeah, you did, Ian. An affiliate link for a mic. And Gerald, finally, this is the final one now. Can you suggest a free or cheap CRM system? As not sure which one to start with. What do you need it for? A CRM for what? For what? But yeah, I'm not sure what you might need it for. That might be a question for support at internetbusinessschool.com. All right. Now, that's it, everyone. We've pretty much come to the end, and now I am about to introduce our next speaker.